Today I'm going to do a review of the Goldtouch Go-To keyboard. Yeah! So the major selling factors about this keyboard are 1. It's ergonomic due to the split you can do. 2. It's transportable through folding it. And 3. It's wireless and available through Bluetooth. Including shipping, I paid 127 USD, or in my local Australian currency, that's 172 AUD for this keyboard. It's not the cheapest keyboard. Was it worth it? Yes, I guess, kinda, but only because I use it all day and I can't find anything better. Pros. It's good to carry around and its battery lasts for ages. It says that with just one charge it can work for 30 days of continuous usage, and I've never had any issues with the battery. Ergonomically, I bought this keyboard because I was using the normal Apple Mac keyboard and my wrists were hurting, likely as the keyboard is too small, forcing my wrists to cave outwards like this. However, since using this new keyboard, my wrists have been fine. Note that even if I use a normal bigger keyboard, my wrists are also fine. It's just these small Apple keyboards. Alright, onwards. Cons. However, the keyboard has its own flaws. If you're using a Mac like me, there's still that Bluetooth issue, where sometimes you'll tap a key and it'll keep pressing the button. I think this happens with all Bluetooth keyboards on Mac though. I'm not sure if it's a Goldtouch issue specifically. Another thing to note is that the build quality is average. For the amount spent, I would have felt like the keyboard's build could have been better. Instead, it feels like standard $15 keyboard plastic. Also, these arrow keys that are squeezed in are kind of a joke. The biggest con is the placement of keys. I'm fine with the split, that took me like 3 days to get used to it, but there aren't enough landmarks on the keyboard for me to always comfortably touch type. There's no differentiation between the edge of the normal keyboard and when the functional keys begin. What I mean is that I'd usually drag my finger to the end of the keyboard to press tab, and I know it's tab because it's at the end. However, with this keyboard, page up is at the end. So I've pressed that quite a few times by accident, and the same logic goes for end instead of pressing shift and being lost trying to find the number keys. And so even though I just said a bunch of cons, I would still My recommended test is always that if this would break tomorrow, would I buy it again? And the answer to that question is yes, I would, because even though I just said a bunch of cons, the pros kind of outweigh it. The portability is great, it folds up and I put it in my bag. The Bluetooth aspect is amazing, the battery is pretty good, and most importantly, unlike the Mac keyboard that was hurting my wrist, I can use this keyboard without hurting my wrist. That to me is the biggest advantage. So you also probably want to see how this keyboard functions. From a normal position, you can open this latch, which allows you to split the keyboard in half. Once you close the latch, it will tighten it. You can also move it vertically, and once you close the latch, it will tighten. It's pretty sturdy even when it's opened halfway and gone vertically. At the back, there's this lever, and once you pull it, you're able to extend the keyboard out. This is usually used for closing the keyboard, but sometimes I like to do it to have a bigger spread between the two pieces of the keyboard. And when you're ready, you can loosen the handle and close it up. I've looked around for a while for an ergonomic travel keyboard, and this seems to be a good fit for me. If you want the same one, I have an Amazon link in the description below. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you would like to see more ergonomic videos, please hit that subscribe button. And if you have any more questions, just leave me a comment below and I'll respond to you with this very keyboard.